It's time for playoffs of the Pokemon Premier League, and your LA Wakers finished first in the Scarlet Division. And for playoffs, we're finally taking on the Violet Division. Our opponent is QtheCostaRican, coach of the Chicago Dragapults. You may know my team has an Urshifu, but Q also has Urshifu as he has Single Strike on his team. With a Landorus to set up Stealth Rock, one of my favorite draft Pokemon in Petrarun, a Jirachi that can run a billion different sets, an incredible offensive fairy in Gardevoir, two very annoying Pokemon in Serperior and Cinccino, and a Dracloak for dual screens. He also has three powerful Terra Captains, an Araquanid that can Terrasilize into a Water or a Ghost type, a Hitmontop that can Terrasilize into a Dark, Fighting, or Steel type, and a Hisuian Avalugg that can Terrasilize into a Fairy, Water, or Poison type. So we're starting off our team this week with lead no item Thundurus. This way our Acrobatics is at maximum power, and with Defiant can 2-hit KO even defensive Landorus and knock out Urshifu. My 80 HP and 8 defense allows me to live an Adamant, Choice Scarf, Wicked Blow from Urshifu, and a Stone Edge from defensive Landorus. Taunt stops Sticky Web from Araquanid, and if it Terrasilize into a Water type, I can knock it out with Supercell Slam. And Knock Off lets me get rid of Heavy Duty Boots. Next up, we have Physically Defensive Weakness Policy Metagross, allowing it to live an Earthquake from Landorus and knocking it out with Heavy Slam, or a Wicked Blow from Adamant Punching Glove Urshifu. Bullet Punch allows me to check Scarf Gardevoir, Earthquake allows me to deal with Jirachi, and Psychic Fangs hits Petrarun for super effective damage while also getting rid of screens. This is also a nice backup check for Serperior. With Punching Glove plus Taunt, a Surging Strikes Urshifu can even shut down Petrarun, as I can stop its recovery and also stop Araquanid from getting up Sticky Web. Taunt plus Close Combat also allows me to deal with Iron Defense Avalugg, and Trailblaze gives me potential to sweep. And if Thundurus has knocked off Petrarun's Heavy Duty Boots, Surging Strikes plus Spikes from Overquill can put in a ton of work. Lash Out allows me to do double damage to Landorus Therian when hit by Intimidate, as well as Gardevoir if it traces my ability, but I can also knock out Gardevoir with Poison Jab. I went special defensive, that way Serperior doesn't destroy me with Leaf Storm. And Curse is my last move to better take on Close Combat from Urshifu, but also allow me to boost to take on Nasty Plot Petrarun. Next we have my Terra Captain Eruption Entei to 2-hit KO both defensive Landorus and Petrarun. And Heavy Duty Boots allows me to stay at full while also ignoring Sticky Web. With Inner Focus, I can ignore Intimidate from Landorus and Sacred Fire, while using Extreme Speed to pick off a weakened Urshifu. I went with Physical Terra Blast Grass as my last move to 2-hit KO Terra Water Araquanid, but being Terra Grass also allows me to live Earthquakes from Landorus. My final Pokemon is a Calm Mind Lumberry Screamtail, allowing me to take a Glare from Serperior or ignore Malignant Chain at least for one turn from Petrarun. I can Thunder Wave Serperior or Scarf Gardevoir, allowing my Urshifu to put in a little bit more work. Psychic Noise allows me to beat both Petrarun and Avalugg 1v1, and Fire Blast gives me a move to knock out Serperior at +1 with Spike, but also still hit Urshifu for a 2-hit KO. So that's my team for quarterfinals of the PPL Pokemon Draft League. If you are enjoying the Draft League content, please let me know by leaving a like and consider subscribing, as I'm on my way to 500,000 subs. While this could be potentially my final game of this season, I have the next Draft League starting up in November, so you won't be without draft for too long. Also, please check out my opponent Q. He's a great battler and uploads a lot of Wi-Fi content. Lastly, I want to give a big shout out to Tony Flygon, Amel, Tone, and Maverick Shooters for all the help this week, as well as Gentleman Thomas for the Thundurus image, and Pedro for all the awesome editing. I've held you up long enough, so let's get right into the battle. Playoffs of the PPL are finally here. I'm playing Q. This is our first time playing in draft. We battled once before in OU, and he gouging fired me. So this will be a lot of fun. Please check out Q, and if you do enjoy the content, let me know. Leave a like, consider subscribing. This could be my last draft game of the season. Though if we win, we get one more week. But there will be a new draft starting in November, and it's an Ubers draft. So I'm very excited about that. Very strong team on his side, but we already know our lead is Thundurus, and we kind of just attack what's in front of us every single time. No Hitmontop. His Araquanid is his Terra Cap. Araquanid cannot knock out Thundurus without a boosting item, and Acrobatics does KO Araquanid as well. So if he wants to, do that route. Supercell Slam also has a shot of KOing too, though it's literally, it's in my favor, 68.8. But I like this one a lot. Hyper Beam is Araquanid. That is Landorus. He did Hyper Beam last time, so we do get the Defiant boost immediately, which is nice. Weakening this guy is really cool too. If it's Scarf Stone Edge, I can click a button after. Maybe it's Sash Lead as well. I wish Landorus still had Boom. Yeah, Stone Edge knocks me out, but I also get a lot of damage off on him too. I'm gonna go right for Acro. Let's see. Do a lot. Is it Citrus? Goes for Rock Tomb, and unfortunately misses turn 1 of playoffs. I'm so sorry, dude. I truly am sorry, my friend. I really am sorry. That's so whack. Because now I get to just aggro him forever. I literally just aggro him again. And And I'm what a whack start, dude. What a whack start. Like, actually, I'm so sorry. That's Pokemon, right? At the end of the day. But, so we aggro most likely on Pecharunt coming in. If he wants to save this. Oh, he ends up sacking it. So no rocks for my opponent, which is really unfortunate. And he also struggles to KO this Mon. If he goes Urshifu, I knock it out. I can click Supercell Slam versus everything as well. So I am looking decent. Gardevoir comes out. It does trace my Defiant. Scarf Gardevoir does not kill me, and +1 acro is a KO on Gardevoir. So I'm just gonna go for the acrobatics again. Yeah, am I +1? How do I check status? Is why? Yeah, +1 acro kills. If it's Scarf, then I get rid of the annoying Scarfer as well. He's not Scarf. He is super defensive. Ends up going for Wisp and misses again. Oh my god, dude. I just don't know what to say. This is not the playoff game I want to play. Dude went into the mountains to fight, and I'm just like, bro cannot hit. All right, go Serperior and miss Leaf Storm, Pecharunt and miss Malignant Chain. This is not the game I wanted. I'll tell you straight up, this is not the game I wanted. But I also had the same thing happen to Necro Stevo last week, and I got smoked. So what do I have to revenge this after knocking it? Just making sure. All right, we go for knockoff here. It could be weakness policy. Do 1,000,000,000%. That's Rocky Helmet, okay. Goes for the Malignant Chain, most likely trying to get it. Does get the poison. Does get the poison. The crazy thing is Serperior can still smoke me. Like, actually, and same with Araquanid. But, I mean, Thundurus is putting on a LeBron James performance. I am just going to... That is very defensive Pecharunt, by the way, to take that little. Like, that is like max almost to take that little. We'll taunt. It's a higher odds that I break through. I do deserve to hit myself here, though. But, I mean, Kyrgyz is really... Yeah, I'm saying Kyrgyz does not care. Kyrgyz has always been like that. He just does not care. Let's see if he goes for Hex. He does try to go for Recover. Look at the performance my homie's putting on, man. I could save this, but Serp is faster and gets a boost. I'll just go for Acro. We actually stat out as well, and we're going to be able to get off a ton of damage on the Pecharunt there. As he goes for Nightshade. That will knock me out. Damn. Dude, that's such a rough game, man. Rough start, rough start. Okay. I believe Entei is free. Entei should be free? Question mark? I still gotta make sure I don't lose to Urshifu. I mean, at this point, he probably just sacks, right? I'm just gonna Erupt. He might try and save this, but like Araquanid can come in, but it also risks Stone Edge. Dude, LeBron James performance by Kyrgyz. Like, actually. All right, so it's Urshifu, Serperior, and Araquanid next. That's it. I do have Terra Grass for Araquanid. I do have the heavy-duty boots as well. Urshifu is a problem. Iron Spider comes out. That is a... Yeah, we know who that Mon is. Mon's a threat. Special is a problem. I like the idea of just going out to Urshifu here. I do. I get my chip as well. Again, this game is not over yet. He still has giant threats. Urshifu goes for liquidation. Big damage, big damage. It's Life Orb too. Ooh. Gonna taunt, that way he can't get up webs if he wants to try. Because he may try. He does end up Terra Ghosting most likely, or Terra Water. Whatever it is, I taunt anyway. That liquidation did way too much to me, so that's definitely, it's a Terra Water. He could go for Surf here. But yeah, we taunt just so he tries to get up, if he tries to get up webs, we're in a good spot. Not that they matter too much, but we just don't want them. He does go for liquidation again. Is this a KO? It is not. It is not a KO, so I even get off a free close combat. Holy crap. I get off a nasty CC here. Very nasty. Disgusting CC. That's adamant too. All right, it's going to be a double down. No webs. Double down. Leech life. Let's see. Does he die to life orb? I think he does. Oh, man. All right, Iraq, when it goes down, it's just Urshifu and Serp. I am really regretting not having Dazzling Gleam right now. Gotta try my best not to lose to Serp. It is a problem. Even with, like, Quill and all that stuff. It's definitely an Entei angle right now, though. If he's Scarf, and he has to CC if he wick, at which I'll live. I think I definitely go for Eruption. He does go Serp. We are going to Terra Grass and just simply click Eruption. There's no point Terra Grassing. I just Sacred Fire. He probably has to glare me, right? Goes for glare, yep. He has to. He has to go for glare. I get paralyzed. Okay, hold up. Chance Ball. Chance Ball. He goes for Leaf Storm here. I do live 2 Leaf Storms unless he's Miracle Seed. Let's see. The crazy thing is, like I said, I can still lose to Urshifu very easily. Bro ate that up. Do I want to be in? I guess it's okay to be in versus Urshifu. Like I said, Urshifu can literally still win this game. I don't have Dazzling Gleam on my Mon. So Urshifu can definitely still win, especially if it bulks up. It's not over. It is not over at all. This Mon is a giant problem. Alright, we'll go right for Serp. Sacred Fire. He goes for Swords Dance. He's going for the game. He's going for it. We do not get full paralyzed. We throw off a Sacred Fire. Entei does not pick up the KO there. If he Drain Punches is bad. Let's go. Like I said, Urshifu can literally bring this back. Get my chip. He Trailblazes. Oh, snap. Are you Drain Punch, though, or CC? If it's Drain, it's Drain. I just go for this anyway. I literally go for this anyway. If it's Drain, it's Drain. Swords Dances again. He's literally hoping for full paras. He is literally hoping for full paras at this point. What are you doing, Brody, for me? Are you winning me this game or are you losing me this game? You winning me this game or you losing me this game? And Brody is winning me I feel so bad, dude. I do not deserve as many KOs as I got. This was a disgusting game. Seriously, Q, I am so sorry. So he was SD Trailblaze, Wicked Blow, most likely CC. He needed +4 to knock out Screamtail, which I understand. I definitely understand. That was a game, man. That was definitely a game. I got everything in the book, bro. I'm so sorry, Q. Legit, if I could, you could take my place. I'm so busy this month, and I'm going to Singapore next month, and I gotta do it. Uber's Draft League game as well. I'm so sorry, Q. Well, guys, I'm sorry to bring you guys that for playoffs. That was like, it's not even his fault, man. Everything that could have went his way didn't. Like, legit, it's not even his fault. Sacred Fire. If he SDs again, if I break through, I get the chip. Then I Extreme Speed, and then I have to Bullet Punch. If he CC as well, I don't know. It was rough. He might have been Drain Punch too. Well, that's playoffs round 1. I mean, I used Defiant Thundurus, and it was defiant. It defied all laws of accuracy. It just did not care. Jesus. An object in motion stays in motion, and Thundurus stayed in motion. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna hit up Q for an interview. I feel bad. Maybe I just don't do the interview this video, but man, all right, I'll see you in another game. I'm here with the post-game interview, but it's really just me saying sorry to Q for a couple minutes because both of us now don't get long monetized videos, and everybody's dude. I'm so sorry, bro.
It's all good. I've wiped the tears away since, and we're moving on.
Did Lando live Surge and Strike? Is that why it's?
It did live. It lived jolly though. So you were adamant. So there was like there was like a 62% chance for you to kill or something like that.
Even with punching glove. That's wild.
Yeah, with punching glove. Yeah, you had a good chance. You had a good chance to knock me out.
And
but
yeah,
it was meant to
bring it back with this one.
Yeah, I tried, man. I just needed like one, maybe two more full pairs on Entei, and I would have potentially had it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes in Pokemon. You know what I mean?
I know. It's not the way I like the cookie to crumble in draft though, because we put in so much work and stuff, and as well, I know our last few games have not been the greatest. Actually, I didn't watch your game this week yet because I watched on the watch together. But
that's true. It did just go live like an hour ago or something like that.
Yeah. Did you win that game?
Spoilers, I did not win that game. I started out the season 5-0, and I'm finishing off the season 0-5. So that is how my seasons went. And it's been a very big learning experience, is what I'll say.
You were cooking, too. You have a crazy team, dude. I love what you did with Patch. I was fighting Amel, and I told you what before we even started the interview, like how fed up I was getting in mocks because I could not win. Like Serp was Serping me, and then he brought Curse, Protect, Petrarun. So he would take 50 after living my hit, and then would recover off, and he was like max Spadef for like my Eruption Entei. And then he would just 1v1 all my Mons, and I couldn't win.
Oh, that's what the Eruption was for. I was wondering what that was for. I was like, I thought it was maybe for a Shifu or something, but then I was like,
yeah, no, it's mainly Petch the 2-shot. It does obviously do a lot to Shifu as well. Yeah, it's mainly the Petch 2-shot. I think you made all the plays at the end that you needed to do. I think you literally needed to do all that.
Well, that's literally what I was like, okay, I need to do this and hope for the best, because I'm trailblazing an Entei. I understand, guys, but like, trust me, if I want to win, this is what I got to do. Otherwise,
yeah, no, because he's on the assumption that I'm like super defensive. Plus, I'll have Intimidate, Pivot. I actually got rid of Dazzling Link too.
What? Oh
yeah,
my! Oh wow! I didn't even need it. I didn't even.
Yeah,
need
yeah. But you didn't know. You couldn't know. You couldn't have known.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
and
true.
I had Sunny Day here. I had Psychic. I had Combine 3 attacks. I had Shadow Ball. I was just getting like, this was like a last minute dish change. I was like, bro, I'm getting Serped. Let me Thunder Wave back, because obviously my team also ignored Sticky Web if you brought it. I was like, if I Thunder Wave Shifu, then webs don't matter. My Shifu will beat it.
Yeah, no, I haven't Sticky Webbed all season long just because Iraqun has just been claiming lives left and right.
Dude, it's so good, dude.
It's like, what's the point of clicking webs if I can just knock you out? Oh,
Mount Use, Water Absorb, Terra Ghost into me.
And that's good for a Shifu, for sure.
But that's
bad against everything else. Yeah, but bad against literally anything else.
Yeah, I taunted that as well, and then he couldn't get up webs. But that was another, like, I think I got Serped in that end game too. Like, I started off amazingly and got Serped after.
I had one mock where it was Serp versus 5, and I got it. I was like, oh, nice. This is great.
This mon's disgusting, dude.
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good when it could do what it needs to do.
Yeah. Like, full parad into everything. It's just an amazing mon. The fact that it lives... Like, I'm obviously not max attack. I'm no attack, basically. But
I was surprised to live in that state. I was surprised as hell to live that. I was like, sure, okay, let's try it then. Let's keep it going. And yeah, I only got one pair, unfortunately.
I'm glad I didn't burn you at the end, at least.
That would have been, I think I would have, maybe would have ran, to be honest. It would have been my first draft league run.
That's a shoot the
like,
computer.
you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm just logging off for today.
So, what was the thought process behind this this team? And obviously, talk about anything, dude. I always love watching your draft because you love offense, and a lot of people are very scared to bring offense, in my opinion. In, draft.
I never really understood it.
I
think
just
they're just like they always just went like switch-ins to things or whatever. Like, and it's like you can't really have switch-ins to everything, guys. Like sometimes you just gotta just knock out whatever they have in front of you. But honestly, what I was thinking about in prep was I needed you to like lead off with Overquill, which was like the main thing, which was like, okay, I'm not bringing any hazard control. Maybe I can entice him to just be all like, oh, I'm gonna click Spikes turn 1. That didn't happen. You unfortunately led off with a very strong Thundurus instead.
Very, very,
but
very.
But even if those first 2 turns like went perfectly, because like in my mind, I could 2-hit KO Overquill as you got up like Spikes or whatever, and then you go Urshifu to try to revenge kill, and I potentially live it, but obviously you're adamant, so I always live Jolly. Well, not always live Jolly, but I had a really good chance to live Jolly. But adamant, I think I like died like 60% of the time or something like that. And then knock you out with Psychic, which would have gotten me up like 2 kills, and Landorus would have just been like weakened and then like in range of everybody else.
Yeah.
And then even if those 2 turns happened that way, it was still tough with what's his face? With I was really surprised no Arbeliever, because that's the main mon that I was like, damn, this thing kind of stops pretty much everything I want to do after that.
It's so good into you. It's so okay. Let me tell you why. Okay. So I wasn't confident about this game, and that mon has not died once this season. I'm not bringing it to a game for it to die, and I would rather lose the entire draft league with Arboliva never dying than bring it to a game where I know it puts in work, but I'm not confident.
I respect that decision. I'm glad I didn't bring a Grassy Seed mon because of it then, because that's what I was going to try and capitalize on as well, but nothing really like cared about getting a defense raise, to be honest.
Maybe like Calm Mind, Fizz Def, like the Wisp, Draining Kiss, Mystical Fire type of Gardevoir, Shadow Ball.
That is true. That could have been something as well.
But yeah, that mon missed as well.
Yeah, dude, I was like, man, I lived the acrobatics. I was like, oh, cool. I'm happy Fizz Def Gardevoir lived the hit, but then I missed the Wisp, and I was like, well, nothing matters anymore.
It's the same as my game versus Necrostevo. Just me apologizing the whole game into almost getting reverse swept by a mon again. Though,
wait, didn't Archaludon win though in that one?
Yeah, Archaludon won. Literally.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to win with Screen Tail. I didn't go Entei and pressure stall him after all my luck and just click Sacred Fire. It was just poor play on my part, plus a lot. But yeah, I like Life Orb Spider a lot. Look, I mean, obviously if I didn't have HP, Liquid. I'm assuming Liquid into Terra Liquid KOs Urshifu.
Well, it was actually mainly for Arboliva to liquidate, and Leech Life could finish it off if you don't Terrestrialize. Otherwise, 9 times out of 10, a liquidation in Leech Life, like with Mystic Water or with literally any other item, just didn't really do anything. Didn't do enough.
That makes sense. Serp is good, dude. Is there any mon besides that you kind of expected me to bring? There was I was thinking about Cyclozar a little bit.
No, it was the 6 you brought. It was like Entei or Arboliva. It was like the toss up. But I was pretty confident. I was like, nah, Arboliva's got to show up, man. That thing goes crazy against me. Grassy Seed, and then it just like lives every hit.
It was very good.
Like you definitely wanted 6 moves on it, but I feel like even like
that's
whatever
another
moves
issue
you chose.
Too, yeah. Like you need Giga Drain, right? You gotta have Giga Drain. You probably need Terra Blast, Fairy.
Yeah, for Serp or something. Oh, you were gonna go Fairy? Because I was assuming
fire.
Poison.
Poison's good too.
I was assuming Poison.
With Earth Power as well, but then I want Scrum Stop and Encore too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like you needed 20 moves for that mon, but it still would have done something depending on the moves you picked. But so yeah, that was the main reason why behind Life Orb Spider. The initial strategy I had potentially to use, because I've been trying to think about using it all season, but just never pulled the plug, was Trick Room into Araquanid, which would have been crazy here.
Oh yeah, that would be nasty.
But like I said, I didn't do it because every time I was like, Arb just comes in and strength stabs, and then it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
But yeah, Choice Banded Terra Water would have went crazy.
Yeah, if I bring Arb as well, if I'm defensive, there's no reason for me never to not go like min speed and minus speed nature as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then outpace me in my own.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like that's just the mon to bring. If there's any speed tiers close to it, like Araquanids, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. I like the idea behind Lando to KO Urshifu turn 1. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, in a perfect world, it could have got some stuff. Had you like U-turned and then like I click Psychic, then it's like out the window. But I still would have, I would have still got some chip or something with it. It was like that was actually the first idea I had initially. I was like, I'm just gonna kill Urshifu with Psychic and see what happens. But
I like it. No, I really do like it. How do you like Single Strike?
I think I haven't really been utilizing it like that well. Because like it and Hitmontop before week 9, I guess, had the same exact amount of kills like throughout the season, which is kind of funny because it's like I drafted Hitmontop to try and break like Urshifu's switch-ins, but I guess they just both ended up just doing pretty much similar things.
Your Hitmontop was stupid this season, dude.
Yeah, I like drafting it a lot because it's just such a what's it called slept on low tier, and then it can also Terra most often, and it's like no one ever picks it. I can save it till the last round, like I don't have to get it like immediately, like and it's a good spinner.
As strong as V-Create from Victini.
I heard if I Terra Ice or whatever, I heard that I had Terra Ice on it in the league before, and I just never found myself rationalizing.
I think it's just as strong without Terra Ice. Like, as in it's that base power because of.
Yeah. I know there's a few like situations where like it does just as much as like close combat, and I'm like, this is insane. Why is it doing this much just as much as close combat?
Technician moves are broken. Yeah, I didn't get an S rank obviously, but my Urshifu has felt really good in most matchups too. I also think that I'm not always getting the most value out of it, but it's like I use it to support the rest of the team. But this guy,
I like that we ran a similar set. Yeah. Trailblaze.
yeah. Trailblaze, close combat. Yeah. I was gonna run SD as well, but Taunt was there for, so originally I was playing around Petrarunt like DBP Machamp, where okay, I have a 50% chance to hit myself, but it's like no, this is not DBP. The odds are in my favor to not hit myself. So like I would in a Mox, I wouldn't taunt it. I'd try and switch, and you just get a recover and beat me. So in this game, I was like, okay, let me take what I learned and just attack, and then stay in when I'm confused. If he does confuse me, and then go for taunt because odds are in my favor to break through. So
did it used to be 50-50 or something?
Yeah, it used to be 50-50.
Oh, okay.
It was. I
didn't know that.
It was broken. People want Machamp banned in DVP or Dynamic Punch on Machamp. Like that's how crazy.
That's like the only meta bro can even have fun in. Like, come on, let him have his time.
I agree completely. I honestly agree completely with you. But yeah, I had some variations of Thundurus as well. Like I was gonna do special, but I like the Supercell Slam calcs, even though I never clicked it once. And then Acro knockoff was basically all I needed, I think, into this squad.
That was very strong.
Yeah, I had weakness policy on Extreme. So I had Covert Cloak as well initially. And like I was surprised you didn't bring Jirachi, like a meteor Jirachi.
I had Jirachi on there. I was gonna be Specs and like try to like either trick the Metagross or just do big damage like once that thing went down, because like between that and Superior, it kind of like pressured a lot of your especially defensive Pokemon. But I think who did I put? I think I put Gardevoir on there instead, because I was like, if I can catch one of those guys on a Wisp, I feel like that helps Superior a lot more to
then Jirachi. Yeah. Did you have Shadow Ball in it, like Shadow Ball Psychic?
I think it was like Flash Cannon Psychic, Shadow Ball Trick. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, Flash Cannon for Quill makes a lot of sense. It's just good neutral into my team.
Yeah.
Rachi's cool too. I really like your draft. I think it's disgusting, and like I said, I like the offense about it like a lot. I'm sure it makes prepping like a lot more fun than trying to have.
It definitely makes it easier. That's for sure. I just kind of like slap pretty much almost the same.
These are my 6 offensive threats. Yeah, literally. Right? This is what I'm gonna do damage with. This is what I'm gonna do damage with. Okay, Urshifu's gonna run Wicked Blow close combat every week. This like type thing.
Yeah, I will say though that like I do agree that the team is really good. I don't really see where I feel like it was kind of overhyped, because like after like Urshifu Landorus, like those are two like pretty strong Pokemon that people are like, oh man, they're on every single team almost, like every draft.
Yeah.
But then like the rest of the guys, like I feel like not a whole lot of people like ever have them on their radar. Like Petrarunt, I guess after you bop with it in the low tier, I suppose a lot of people have it on their radar.
I thought Petra was really strong for you, dude.
Like, oh yeah, I wanted Slowking, but then like I was convinced that Petrarunt was actually better, and I was like, you know what? You're correct. Petrarunt is totally better. Shout out to CB.
Dude, Petrarunt is disgusting. I think you know what my biggest issue with your team was this whole season?
What's that?
I think if you had one spike on your team, just one. I think if you had one spike on your team, like they make the Superior calcs so broken. They make the. I think your Terra Captains were phenomenal, right? Like, I like Spider. I like Hitmontop a lot.
Never brought Avalugg, unfortunately. I almost brought it this game. I was gonna bring Iron Defense, Body Press, or some shit.
Yeah, I was scared. That's why I had Taunt and everything too.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad I didn't, because it wouldn't have done anything. In the one mock I ran with it, I just switched in on Thundurus and got 2 KO'd. So I was like, this is just, I guess he's staying home today, because Terra Water in theory looks really good against your team.
Yeah, it does.
Ironically, especially against the 6 that you brought.
Yep, it is. That literally my game plan was Taunt it, and then Psychic Noise, like legit.
That makes
like that mon was gonna be annoying as hell. So I would be utilizing Scream Tail to beat it, 1v1 there. I kind of regret not having Dazzling Gleam. But
that would have been crazy if I would have got those pairs. And
dude, in the reverse, I would have been like, I literally said he deserves this. I said the same thing versus Necro Stevo. Yo, he deserves this. If he gets it, he gets it. On to the Ubers League next.
Yeah,
that's all I said.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
But
having 2 leagues overlap can be a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm going to Singapore next month too, during week 1 and like around draft stream 2, and then Pedro works part-time for me. So it's like, okay, he has to get this done plus that, and now I have a semifinals game. I'm really sorry about this game. And then and I gotta play. You know who I gotta play. So
I do know you had to play. Spoilers. Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, it's a strong opponent to start it off too. So, but yeah, dude. Anything you want to tell the people? You upload a lot of Wi-Fi battles, guys. Q holds it down on the Wi-Fi scene. He's literally like doing what, how a lot of us started. And by a lot of us, I mean myself, Shovu, etc. Not a lot of us. Not a lot of us left, but how much? How he started.
There's a few new people up and coming, I would say, that are definitely trying to make a splash in the Wi-Fi scene for sure.
Is that a reference to Splash Plate?
It is a reference to Splash Plate. It was a subconscious reference, but I didn't even mean to do that. I was like, yeah, shout out to the homie Splash Plate.
Yeah, my friend Scarlet as well does theme.
I just upload every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really been as consistent as I was at the beginning of the generation, but still out there doing some things. And then there's a new draft league starting in a few weeks as well. So
nice. How's your team looking?
I completely forgot what it was, to be honest. So I assume it's good. I mean, I drafted it, so it better be.
Wait, has it been that long?
We started I think we finished like a week ago, maybe.
Yeah, we finished like a week and a half ago. So.
We don't play till November, so.
Yep, that's how it is too. Okay, just making sure. We are gonna play. Some of us are gonna play a little bit early, but obviously a lot of us overlapped in what we were doing. But yeah. Anything you want to tell the people, bro, before we head out?
Buy your Pokemon some glasses. I think that's like the main thing. I think that's the main thing we should all take away from this battle today. And if you think you're gonna get swept super early, maybe think a little bit more between the turns so that we get a little bit more time in the video. That's all I think that's what I'll.
Honestly, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This is one of the
I should have just calced random shit because I didn't even calc the Thundurus after I missed all that shit. I was like. I was like, it's definitely no item, but let's calc it anyways. But I just like.
Yeah, to do 50 to defensive runners.
Yeah.
Is wild, but yeah, guys, please check out Q. Channel link is down below. Obviously, great player. You saw what I did. I don't have to defend him at all. You saw what happened in this game, the disgustingness. But yeah, sub to Q. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I never have a draft game like this again.
Hopefully me too. Peace, guys.